Going on, guys, just before 8 o'clock, I'm heading out going to the bins. Hey, how you doing? What's that? When, today? Already? Oh my God. So I found this blank jerseys vintage made in USA sweatshirt. And sometimes they'll sell, but it has a lot of pinholes in it, so I'm gonna pass. Alright, they're bringing out the carts halfway through. I'm waiting on this. Everybody's standing around waiting. After this one, I'm gonna leave. These are officially the biggest Brooks I've ever seen. Size 16. And they're both here, but they're kind of worn, so I'm gonna pass. Seemed like I had a lot more, but a lot of it was bulky, but I do have about 16 items and pretty good stuff to look at. So we're gonna go through that in a minute. I gotta pack up my orders. Today, it's already 12 o'clock. I stayed at the bins till about 11. Latest I've been, but they were bringing out the carts so fast. They were changing the aisle of clothing, the next one, before we even finished going around the one they just brought out. They added a third row of hard goods permanently. It used to only be two, now there's a third, which is really cool. And they changed those out 2 or 3 times this morning. It was crazy. I couldn't leave. They just kept bringing out new ones. And finally I said, enough. I was at my capacity. My bag was full. I had stuff on my lap, and that was that. But let me get these packed up before the mailman comes. Just to show you quickly what's going out. A Pittsburgh Steelers t-shirt. Oh, that got dark. Sold for $12.75. I got a Pokemon card, which I pulled out of my kid's box from years ago that I saved. I went through it. I pulled out the shiny, like, reflector or whatever they're called. I don't even remember. What's it called? Hologram. I know nothing about Pokemon. So this sold. It's a Pikachu card. And good thing I collected sports cards for years, that I have a penny sleeve and a top loader and a little bag to put it in. So if you don't have these things, don't sell cards. Penny sleeve, just a little plastic bag to go in, and a top loader, it's like a little hardened plastic case, so the card does not get damaged. That sold for $14.75. I got an Untucked shirt, which I just picked up the other day. Size XXL. This sold for $22.75. I have a North Carolina Tar Heels, I think it is, t-shirt going out. That sold for $10. I sent out offers on all my t-shirts to any watchers. My t-shirt bins are pretty much full, so I just want to get them out and then be real picky about t-shirts I pick up going forward. Sold this Brazil. It's a padded crotch cycling bib. It's like shorts with looks like a wrestling singlet. This sold for $14.75. And then I sold this vintage Miami Hurricanes number 47 jersey that you probably just saw in a recent video as well. This sold for 12 bucks. And everything is plus shipping. Alright, all the information is entered. Let's print out these labels. Bulk print, such a great feature on eBay. Alright, I screwed up. On the one Untucked shirt that was 11 ounces, it only entered as 1. I must have hit it so fast, it only accepted the 1, I didn't look at it. So I printed out a label for 1 ounce. So I got to go into my shipping labels. I know you can't see it, but I'm just going to go to that one. So once it pulls up all your orders, go to the label. You'll have to look at the name of the buyer. And where is it? It's right there. And then click on more actions in the right column. and you want to click on void. Even though you printed it and paid for it, it's okay. As long as it doesn't get scanned into the system and you click void, it's going to cancel at that label. Then I'll just have to go into the order and reprint the new one at the correct weight. So I got that label reprinted, put all that stuff out on the windowsill, and while I was packing up my orders, I had another sale come in. This is Don Quixote by Cervantes. I think I showed these in a video. If not, they're on my Instagram. I picked up these 7 or 8 books, like really nice, for $1 each, and this sold for $13.75 plus ship. And with books, unless they're very high end, I put them into a plastic bag, suffocation bag as always, and then I just put them into these padded eBay envelopes. Never had a problem, and I've sent tons that way. Alright, book is all packed up, ready to go. 1 pound 9 ounces, and it's 10 by 9 by 2. This is going medium mail, and with medium mail, you need to put dimensions. It asks you for that. It's not like first class where you can just put the weight. So weight and dimensions. In medium mail, the price jumps at every pound increment. So at 1 pound, it's up, up to 1 pound, it's a price. 1 to 2, it's a price. 2 to 3, and so on. And it's the same regardless of where it's going. I'm in South Florida. If this book is going to Georgia at 1 pound 9 ounces, it'll cost the same if it was going to California. Alright, one more to do. This one is from Poshmark. It's a pair of Merrell Jungle Box. Just like a suede slip-on. Kind of like a trail shoe. This one, I listed for like 30 bucks. And someone offered 20. I countered 25. He countered 22. I just took it. Get him out. Bought them at the bins by weight. Probably like 3 bucks. Into a poly bag. And into a USPS shoebox. Priority. Because everything on Poshmark goes priority. Alright, let's start with clothing. First up, I got a hat. Under Armour. Fitted. No dirt or anything inside the brim. 12 bucks maybe. A pair of Gordini ski gloves. Great brand. I've sold these many times before. Probably could get, I think the comp I just looked at was in the 20s. But usually I get around 15 for these. Alright, I found 3 pairs of True Religion jeans. All together in one bin. This is the Billy Big T. With the heavy stitching. Size 34. These are the Billy, size 34, more of a lighter wash. And these again, the Bobby Big T, 32 by 33. A little distressing on it, that never affected. People like that on jeans, again with the heavy stitching. And on True Religion, some things to look for. I'm no expert, but I have Googled it many times, so I knew what to look for. You want to look at the buttons, or the rivets I should say. They say TRBJ. Then if you look on the inside, you'll have the Buddha man on the inside pocket. If you can see that. Then the back of the rivets all should have the logo, the horseshoe, on all the rivets, which it does. Then you can look at the tags, okay? You want to make sure it's nice, stitching is good, everything looks good as the stitching. Underneath, you should have this second label. It's kind of more of a satiny, shiny one with the logo on it. And on the very bottom of it, it has this clear stitching going across. It's like a plastic stitching. You want that there. The back of this, the back of that label has a serial number. That number should be stamped, not stitched, which it is. So everything I need to check out. I did look at them in the store before I bought them to be sure. So these should be good to go. If anybody knows anything else on True Religion jeans to look for as far as knockoffs, please let me know. I'm no expert. I just know I've Googled it a few times in the past, and those are things that stuck in my mind. Alright, I found this Guess jean jacket. It's a women's jean jacket. Comps show that it's vintage, even though it doesn't have the Guess white triangle. It has a red patch on the bottom, but the serial number shows it as vintage. But I'm thinking about maybe 30 bucks. Got this pair of Pearl Izumi padded crotch cycling shorts. Okay, great brand, Pearl Izumi. These things are always hard to figure out. Here's their logo. It's on both legs. And if you don't know, Right here. Pearl Izumi, these are women's. I got 4 vintage Polo Ralph Lauren single stitch t-shirts. All are mediums, but I thought they were all the same. 3 are the same, 1 is different. This one has polo embroidered on the lower part of it. Here's the tag. Single stitch. So this one's a solo. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. I'll just try to sell it on its own. Not much money. Here is a vintage single stitch. Remember, 1959, 1975. Price of freedom is written on the wall. So this should be a Vietnam War Memorial t-shirt. It is single stitch. And it is on a Hanes heavyweight 50/50 made in the USA. I can't find any comps on this, so that should be interesting. And then here's the 3 all pocket tees. This one is green with the red embroidery. Here's the tag, Polo Ralph Lauren. They're all mediums, but they should still do alright. Single stitch. I got a green one, like a tan or beige one, and then an off-white one. Alright, for hard goods, I picked up some golf balls. First box is a box of Titleist Pro V1s. Good golf balls, well, individually like this, just a sleeve of 3. It's only like $8, so maybe I just give these to my brother. He plays golf. I got 2 sleeves of Callaway. So this is like maybe $12 or so for those. Did I mention I found another Tumi bag? So I never saw this type of bag before. This is a Tumi. It's like a nylon tote bag. It's got the leather bottom with the Tumi branding on it. And it's like nylon. So interesting. I'll have to look up what it's worth, but it's a Tumi. And as long as it's not beat up, I can't leave it behind. So that's that. I found a Dooney and Burke bag. Nylon with leather. And there's someone at the bins I know who, he's always looking at bags. He knows bags pretty well, he says. And he says this could be an older one. It's not green nylon with the brown leather. It's got the older button on it. And on the inside it does have the little Dooney and Burke tag with the serial number on the back of it. So I'll have to look this up. I have not looked it up yet. So that was interesting. Alright, now this item is a bag of multiples, and I didn't really even pull them out and look at them. It's nice and lightweight. It's less, you know, it maybe cost me $1, $1.50, but I could tell they're old, so let's go through it. Like I said, I did not pull them out. I just took a shot because it looks like it's pretty interesting. So it's a bag of big patches, kind of like maybe varsity jacket Letterman patches, and you could tell it's old, so let's see. I have not looked at any of them. This one seems to be some sort of military. The back says the Standard Pennant Company, Big Run, Pennsylvania. See what it is. I don't know what that is. Is that like an HI or? Here's one, same letters with the cheerleader thing on it. Here's, okay, so it's JH, that's what those are. Here's another JH with the cheerleader megaphone thing on it. Look at all that dirt it's making. What we got here? Ooh, this is an old pennant. PCW, Pennsylvania College for Women. Alright, that's pretty cool. Oh, I'm missing these. 2 round ones. We got Royal Champion winner 1949. Royal Champion winner 1949 in red. Here's another pennant. Lamar Tech. Never heard of it. And then we got an E with the megaphone, and another JH, just plain. Alright, and the last piece I picked up, pretty interesting. You can tell it's handmade, and it's got flip up ends on both ends. They flip up, and it slides open. It's not going to stay because my table is slanted, but you can see it's got camel with palm trees, and it slides, and you can tell it's vintage because the screws here that are used are slotted straight screws. They don't use those modern times. Thanks for watching.